Greetings from Arizona, KDB, and more specifically, our room we call Jerry's Joint. As some of you guys know, I was a big fan and still am a big fan of the Grateful Dead, and more specifically, Jerry Garcia. I was always intrigued by his approach to life, his lightheartedness, what was important to him, which was spreading music and fun and love. And so when we want to get creative, this is the room we come into. You can see it's more casual than a typical conference room, and it's been a fun place for us. So I wanted to talk with you guys about kind of what happened in 2024 and kind of where we're heading here in the near future. 2024 was a good year for us. We opened some offices, and I would say probably the highlight was moving into this new facility. It's been a lot of fun for me because now we're bringing in groups, leadership groups are coming in here, and I get to see people that I used to do dentistry with 20 years ago in Tucson, or 10 or 12 years ago on the Gulf Coast, that are now in leadership positions, and they're coming in here for training. It brings I get a lot of gratification from seeing our team members grow. So, and as we move forward, we've created a 5-year growth plan with the goal of opening 25 offices in the next 5 years. It's by far away the fastest growth we've ever done. And so, preparing for that, I started looking back at our different phases and the growth that we've had, and trying to identify what made them successful and maybe some of the roadblocks that we encountered to try to avoid those as we move forward. And as we move forward, we took some feedback from some of our previous office openings, and we were able to create what I call our growth wheel, which is a 10-step process to opening each office. So if all goes well, we're going to spin this wheel 25 times in the next 5 years. And what this has done, we got a lot of feedback from Madison Cleveland from her last few openings, and kind of the issues that she saw while she was on site. And a lot of it was communication and having different groups overlap, but maybe not know what the other group was doing. And so I think creating this wheel, and also we've tasked Jake Sessoms with managing this wheel on the site level. We've also hired Dave Pegg, who's got a lot of experience in growth, to help with the overall vision here to make sure we're on track for the next 5 years. But what we did is we went to every department to make sure we were prepared for this growth. Historically, we would open a couple of offices, we would give them time to make sure they were successful, and then we would go open a couple more offices. Well, that's not possible if we're going to open the amount of offices we're going to open. So we've dialed in our accounting, we've dialed in our marketing, the real estate, our recruiting has been a big part of this. I think currently we have fewer openings for dentists as a percentage than we've ever had in our past, which makes me feel good that we've got good docs in existing offices taking care of those patients, which allows us to go to these new markets and take our care of those markets. I believe the bottleneck to being able to accomplish this goal of 25 offices is having doctors that we can train and mentor to be leaders to go lead these offices. And so what we did is we've created an internal leadership training program. We have our first class in April. Half of that will be taught by people within our group and things we've learned and the right ways to do things from our experience. And then we've also have hired someone from the outside to come in and spend 2 days with more science-based leadership training. I think that's going to be vitally important. You can imagine if we open 5 offices a year, we need 5 docs that are willing to move to those locations, and then we need to be able to build a good team around them. I'm confident that our analytics, Abby's doing a great job there of helping us with site selection in those meetings. We've got Josh from real estate who's giving feedback and on that timeline of them being able to execute and getting those open, and then Josh from government relations is helping us understand these new states and what they cover. Is ortho covered, and what procedures are covered, and who are the insurance players in those states, and what are our relationships with those. And then Dave and Jake are also in those as well. So I'm really excited about the next 5 years. I think it'll give us the ability to work towards our mission, which is every kid deserves quality dental care in a fun, upbeat environment, regardless of family income. What I love about that mission is it rings true. I can really relate to it. I also think that it'll never be fully accomplished, so it gives us something to wake up every day and go to work and work towards making happen, knowing that it'll never be a job that's complete. But I think purpose in life is so important. It gives me purpose. And in doing so, You know, this is exciting for us here at KDB. It's exciting for these doctors that are moving. It's exciting for people that are becoming regional managers. But at the front of my mind, I want to make sure that everybody gets excited about the growth. But we couldn't do this growth if we weren't taking care of our patients in the existing offices. So I really appreciate the hard work and effort you guys do on a day-to-day basis, making sure we're providing that quality dental care in these offices. And I look forward to the next 5 years. It's going to be a challenge, but I think we're ready for it. So thanks again, and we'll be in touch soon.